subscribe.
Why, if it isn't my favorite Grim Reaper? Hey, Grimmy. What brings you to this lovely mortuary tonight? You wouldn't happen to be looking for little old me, would ya? You were? Well, lucky me. I always look forward to seeing you, so this is quite the treat. Aw, darling, you're breaking my heart. We've been doing this for centuries now. Don't act like a stranger. You can say that it's nice to see me too, you know. Oh, ouch. Now that's just mean, Grimmy. Come on, you know you missed me. Just a little bit, right? Nothing to say to that. But of course not. You're ever the professional, aren't you? All that old school, Grim Reapers must feel no emotion stuff, as if that's even possible. No? Then what's all this stoke poker face stuff about? I could have sworn one of the other Reapers mentioned something about how none of you are allowed to have feelings. Ah, I see. Not allowed to express emotions. Well, that seems rather sad. Who can you talk to then? Surely you must be able to talk to someone about your feelings. Other Reapers? That's good. It's nice to know you aren't hiding all of your emotions to yourself. So, do you ever talk about me? To the other Reapers, that is. Grammy, I know what you're trying to do. You're just trying to change the subject, huh? Oh, please. Not every last part of our encounters has to be about work. Surely we can spare a few moments just to talk. It's been years since we've last seen each other, after all. I missed you. Ugh, fine. Can we talk after we fill out the paperwork then? Perfect. Then let's get this boring stuff over with. You have the paperwork, I trust. Good, good. You wouldn't happen to have a spare pen I could borrow, would you? Ah, wait, never mind. The mortician always keeps a few at their desk. Let me just grab one of those. Oh, they bought new pens? Good pens too. Ah, thank God. It's about damn time. They've been using the same shitty dried up pen for years now. Yes, I know, beggars can't be choosers, but I can still appreciate a nice pen. Alright, let's see here. Did you already sign your name on the... Oh, what am I saying? Of course you did. What's today's date? Oh, I was out for that long? Really? No wonder I feel so well rested. It was approximately 3 days ago, I think. Wait, no, it was 4 days. What day would that have been? Alright, I'll write that down. No, there's nothing wrong. I just thought that question used to be on page 3. Have they updated this form since the last time I died? I see. Well, it has been a while since the last time the form was updated. What was it? 60 years ago? Which isn't a whole lot of time to us, but to the post-life legal department, that must be damn near a millennia. I swear, it feels like they update the terms and conditions of immortality every other week. But I'm getting off topic. What was the next question? Right. The time of death was... sorry. I can't say I exactly know what time it was. If I were to guess, I'd say somewhere around 2 or 3 in the morning. After midnight, but before sunrise. Does that help at all? I didn't think it would. How about we just say it was 2:50? That works for me. Then, where are we? Oh, this is new. Do I need to fill out this section on which time zone and reality I was in? Oh, perfect. 'Cause I have no idea what the names are for the different realities beyond the abbreviations. Alright, then cause of death. How would I know, honestly? With everything going on, I have no idea what the actual cause of death was. I would say it's either blood loss or drowning, though, given that I drowned in a rather large lake in the middle of the night during winter, I can't completely rule out hypothermia. I think it could be a combination of all of that. Can I just put all of that there? Oh, alright. I'll just write that in. Give me a few moments, if you please. Oh. Without context, it does seem like a strange way to die, doesn't it? The context is not important. It was just a stupid... It was just stupid. It's nothing. But, and this is me purposely changing the subject, here's the paperwork. All done and signed. So, now that's all finished, how have you been lately? Anything new in your life? By which I mean anything new in your permanent state of non-death, as you are a Reaper, Grimmy. Hey, now I thought we were done with all the work stuff. So why are you still asking me questions about my last death? Especially after I so blatantly said that I was changing the subject. Grimmy, you don't know when to stop. I just don't want to talk about my death anymore. It was far from a fun experience. It's hardly an enjoyable topic. I'd rather just move on. And I will move on. Why? Why do you need to know that? Why does how I die matter to you? It was just another death. I'm immortal. I die all the time. This isn't my first time. What makes this one so different? Why are you so fixated on this death, huh, Grim? But I'm not acting differently. How am I acting differently about this one? Defensive? What could I possibly be defensive about, huh? I've told you everything you need to know. Fine. You want to know what happened, huh? What happened is that I did it. Fuck. I said that I did it. I was the reason that I died. Why I did it? You want the honest truth? Maybe you'll think it's stupid, but I did it because I needed to see you again. It's been, what, 20 years now? Maybe more, I don't know. But what I do know is that I always say that a handful of years can pass by in only a blink, but every day passes the same as it did before. A day is 24 hours, an hour is 60 minutes, and a minute is 60 seconds, and I feel each and every one of those seconds like a thorn. Every second I think of you, and every minute I miss you. Every hour I want for you, and every day I just wish that it will be the day I see you next. All of that for 20 years, and the same with every time before that. Maybe it was just all the emotions that made me reckless. I did anything I could think of and everything I could think of just so I could see you again. But then being reckless wasn't enough, and I became desperate. So tonight, when I dug that knife in my stomach and jumped into the water, I was pretty damn desperate. It's been so long since I've seen you again, and I just couldn't fucking stand it. I just had to see you, Grim. And I know that I shouldn't have any reason to want to see you. I'm immortal. I should just be living, as opposed to throwing myself into another death just for another chance to see you again. But I can't help it. I've wanted to be with you ever since I first met you. Do you remember it? The first time we met? You do? That was quite the experience, At least it was for me. It's not every day you get murdered for the first time and then proceed to meet a Grim Reaper, which I previously thought was a mythical entity that I would never actually encounter. And a Grim Reaper also happened to be the most attractive person I've ever seen. Well, yes, I did stab you when I first saw you, but can you even blame me for that? 1 second I was dead in an alleyway, and the next I was alive, breathing and looking into the eyes of the very embodiment of death. Given the circumstances, I think that stabbing first and asking questions later made much more sense than the other way around. It's not as if I could kill you anyways, right? Besides, I really did think you were attractive. I just didn't notice it until you pulled the knife out of your neck and handed it back to me, which I will admit was pretty hot. Wow, such a sucker for details, aren't you? I suppose that's why you're one of the best Reapers. You always have the most thorough paperwork. But do you know what my actual very first thought was after you left? My first thought was that I wish that I had died. In that moment, I wished to renounce my own immortality so I could die as a mortal should. And all because I wanted a few more moments with you. I hadn't even known of the Unliving Realm. I just wanted those few seconds with you before I ceased to exist at all. I would have traded everything for it. In all honesty, I still would. I wish I never accepted this damn immortality. A gift from the gods, they said, and I, so afraid of death, just had to agree. It's hard to imagine that now, isn't it? Me, afraid of death? Afraid of you, in a sense. That was so long ago. It's kinda hard to remember. But I can still remember the fear, the mortal desperation to avoid my impending non-existence. It was ever present. A shadow just creeping up behind me. And I was terrified. So I accepted the challenge and claimed my prize. I don't even remember what the challenge was, but I know that I would have been better off turning away and dying a mortal death. The only blessing to this damn immortality is that I met you. And hell, most days I'm not even sure that it is a blessing. Because if I didn't know you, then at least it wouldn't hurt so much that I couldn't be with you. And gods be damn, do I want to be with you? That's all I want. That's everything I could have ever wanted. Fuck the eternal life, the impermeability to time's decay, the near demigod status. Fuck all of it. I would give it up all in an instant if I could just be with you, Grim. Of course I mean it. I mean that very statement more than I mean any other word I've ever said. I want to be with you. It's my first thought when I wake up, the last before I sleep, and a good number of the ones in between. Gods, I mean, what brought us here tonight? Do you see now? I want to be with you more than I could ever explain. And you know what both breaks and heals my heart about the fact? I know that you want me to. Perhaps you don't want me as much as I want you. Not yet. But you do want me. Maybe you don't love me as I love you, but I've always been a hopeless romantic, and I was smitten within seconds of seeing you. You are of a more pragmatic mind and sensible heart. I know it's taken you longer to find a love for me, but God's be true, I know you have. It's there, just in your eyes. When it wasn't there before, I can see it. In your voice too, I hear it. You have feelings for me. Are you going to keep denying that? And here I thought you would, but I suppose you're right. There's no point in denying what we both know to be true, is there? Just as I said, a practical mind, one that I love so, so dearly. But you like this unruly heart of mine, don't you? You like the way it beats for you and the way it yearns for you. Hearing you say it, I think I've fallen in love with you all over again. Say it again for me, won't you? It still sounds so sweet. Oh, and what could be sweeter than hearing you say that you love me? You're right, that was quite sweet. Though, I think we should try it again, just so I can be certain. Gods, but I never expected for death to be such an addictive flavor. Kiss me again, please. Is something wrong, Grim? Do you really have to go so soon? We've only just seen each other again, and I hate to part so soon. I understand, but may I ask you one last thing? Might I have one kiss before you go? Thank you. Oh, my dear Reaper, I swear I'll find a way to die for you again. I just beg that you come and collect my soul once I do, as it's eternally yours.